Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about why declutter in the first place. Like, why does it even matter? But first, if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Julie and I spend a lot of time advocating for decluttering and organizing your home so that you can really enjoy the important things in life. So first things first, I'm gonna tie up my hair because we mean serious business when we're talking about decluttering and why it is so important. I am gonna talk to you all about that, and while I talk to you, I'm gonna declutter a whole bunch of these cabinets here. They have a lot of my kids' games and puzzles and art and things in there that I haven't touched since we moved into this house a year ago. I kind of just dumped it in there, as typically happens when you move. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up because this is a different format that I'm doing. In fact, I don't think I've ever filmed in this part of the house, and I'm loving the light. We have some light here from a skylight and it's really kind of matching my vibe today. It's kind of a gloomy day, but the light is streaming in. So if you like this style of video, more like in action, let me know. And the way I'll know that is if you write me a comment telling me you like this or don't like it, and give me some other suggestions and a thumbs up for the video. So that would really help me. And with all of that said, let's jump in. I'm going to discuss the emotional toll that clutter takes on you and just the benefits of just getting started. And I hope that by us decluttering together, we will make some progress and you will feel a little more lighter, a little more at ease. So let's jump right in. Ooh, okay, let's get all of this out of the way. Oh my word, there's so much. Okay, I'm honestly embarrassed. Let me see if I can show you. Oh my goodness. If I pull you back, there's so much here. I did not expect, I don't know why I'm surprised, honestly. I was surprised last week as well with my video that I did on the other side of the house with all their craft supplies, and I only opened one of these cabinets. I don't know why I'm surprised now, but we're gonna go through this. I'm gonna talk about the mental toll that clutter takes, and hopefully I can make some headway, but I cannot declutter and talk at the same time. So let's see how we do. So, you know, clutter, contrary to what this indicates, is not just a physical problem, it's a mental problem too. Like when you look at this and you're just like, I can't find anything, my kids can't find anything, you know, when they're like, my children still come and tell me like, I'm so bored, and I'm like, there's so much that you could play with. But truth be told, because we have so many things here, like puzzles and games and like random educational activities, because it's so stuffed kind of in these cabinets, I don't even know what's in there. So I can't even steer them in the right direction. Like we have this really fun marble building like maze, like you build a whole little city that you put your marble in, and like I forgot we had this. Like we got this for one of the birthdays at some point. Like it doesn't, you know, it's not helpful when I don't even know what we have. And the other thing I struggle with is that we have a lot of stuff that's really nice, like in perfect condition. I'm pretty good about keeping pieces to games and puzzles and things, but they don't even know that it's here a lot of the time. I have like a baking kit over here that we got for a birthday, at a birthday party, we got from a birthday party rather, and it's in the wrong place. You know, it's not in the kitchen, so they don't think to use it. So, you know, we gotta start by putting things where they belong. Clutter doesn't just affect your emotions, it really affects your productivity. So now I have all of this. I don't know where anything is. I don't know what's a game, what's a puzzle. I don't know how to direct my children to play certain things so they can play independently, because which mom doesn't want their kids to play more independently, right? Plus, it takes a lot to maintain all of this. It takes a lot of time to reorganize things when they go in there and they make a big mess. And it doesn't have to be that way, you know? So I'm gonna be pretty cutthroat. I think I'm gonna discard things that I know we don't play with, that I feel like can be used by another child. I think this area more than ever, I have really high quality things that another child can use. And so I'm going to work on seeing if we have duplicates of things they don't really pay a lot of attention to, and see what I can do in terms of giving another child that opportunity. You know, I've got a lot of things from Goodwill, or I have in the past, got board games, like I got this Operation board game. It did not have all the pieces. I had to order the little bits that go in there. If you donate your barely used board games or puzzles to a place like Goodwill, you can actually go and like pick up something like this for like $3. I will say though, I took the advice of an influencer at one point and I put all of my puzzles and all of our games into these containers and I got rid of the boxes. And it is good for space, and especially in New York when I had a lot of these puzzles, it was good for space and packing. But now I wish I hadn't done that because you don't know what they are. I think the packaging really attracts you to them, which is obviously the point of packaging. And if I had to donate them, I don't know if anyone else would want them in these containers, even though in these pouches, even though they're perfectly fine, you know? I'm also struggling because I have kids of such varying ages, and my little one can definitely do a lot of these puzzles that my 9-year-old say is not interested in. So it's like a hard balance of which ones do I keep, which ones do I give away. I have a feeling my niece, who's 2, is going to be benefiting from a lot of these things. So wish me luck, because this has been something I've been putting off, but I know we're not utilizing it properly and I want to be able to do that. The other thing I find, like when you declutter your home, it really changes the energy of your space, which is really important. I think we underestimate how our environment helps us. It either stresses us out or helps us stay a bit more calm. And as parents, we need our environment to work for us. There is very little we can control in parenting, but our environment is one of the things that we can control. I do think it is within our control if we are paying attention and if we are keeping up with it. That being said, when you declutter and organize your home, it's just so much easier for you to stay on top of things, especially in those early years of parenting when you might not be sleeping, when everything is crazy. It's something you can actually work on, whereas your kids can't really control them, can't really control other people. You can only control your response to things and your environment to a degree. Get this out. I'm gonna put these where all our sports stuff goes. So I want a small version of this box to put something that I found in that cabinet, the snap circuits. So instead of going to buy something or giving up or finding the wrong thing, I have a few of these extra totes that we used when we moved. I find them really handy. I do recommend if you're moving, yes, boxes, you probably are going to need a few boxes, but you could always get a few totes. I bought these from Costco. You will just use them over and over again to store things, so I find them really useful. But I'm going to put some of my daughter's ski stuff in here, which I think will fit in one big tote, and then I'm going to free up 2 other totes. So let me show you. So this is what I mean when I talk about like sort of repurposing what you already have. Don't go and buy more things, especially storage equipment. It's expensive and it adds up, even though it doesn't seem like it's expensive per item. And as you know, we had to buy some new ski stuff this year, so her skiing inventory has expanded, but now I have a bin that I want, which will fit what I need, and it gives her room to grow all of her ski stuff. And because it's like big and bulky, it's easily gonna fit in this container. It also doesn't mean I have to stuff it, you know, it's still got some space in here. Usually I'm like stuffing things in. I'm really trying to not do that as much. And now I have 2 of these bins that are the perfect size for what I need for that sort of games cabinet. Problem solved. I feel like we have such amazing games and wonderful educational resources here, but my kids don't even know about them. They can't see them. It's too cramped, so they're just not attracted to play there. And I think as adults we feel overwhelmed. Imagine that for your child. It's like tenfold, right? Okay. So for our kids, I think it's very overwhelming when you open a cabinet and it's stuffed full of things and you're just like, I have nothing to play with. And it's kind of true, they do kind of feel that way. So trying to present, you know, less is more approach, I think, is the way to get your kids to independently play together so much more. and actually spontaneously go and find things, see what they have. It just makes it so much better. So I'm going to use a little basket like this that I found. I moved stuff around so I could use this so that they can kind of scroll through like a little Rolodex kind of thing. Oh my gosh. And then choose a game or cards that they might want to play with. You know, my tendency is to always stuff everything in, right? But I'm going to try and not do that. The other thing I would say is that it's okay to change your mind, to admit that things didn't pan out the way you anticipated. You know, I shouldn't have given away all the boxes. It would have been a lot easier to store a lot of these boxes than these little pouches, and you can actually see what each thing is. But you know, I've learned from that experience, and now I keep all the boxes because I think that works better for our family, and I have a bit more space now than I used to have. So it's okay to acknowledge that you didn't make the perfect choice or the best choice at the time. You just try your best with the information that you have. I also don't love these wire baskets as much anymore for this particular thing, but we're trying, you know, I don't want to waste them. I'm going to use them. They're fine. I think softer would have been better, but that's okay. So I would just say start small, take it one step at a time. I like to do one cabinet or one drawer. In this case, I felt like all of these things interlinked together, so it's okay that I took them all out so I could really see what I have, and things over the months that we've been here have all kind of sort of got mixed up a little bit, so I think that's fine. But don't feel like you have to do everything at once, one step at a time. And my hope is that by doing that, you'll feel so good with decluttering that you will just keep going, because it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy where you feel better because you're organizing things, and then because you're organizing things and feeling better, you go and organize more, you feel a bit more confident, and it just spirals in a good way from there. So let's see if we can get these guys in here. In here. Onyx. So as you can see, everything's fitting much better in there. You can actually see what you need. I have some things to donate. I have some trash to get rid of. So here's my, at the moment, here's my donation pile, and I'm gonna give some puzzles to my niece that I think she might like. I have a bunch of these now that I need to just sort out, but I use these all the time. They are very useful, and now I have a bunch in different sizes, whereas before I had things not fitting in the right spot, but I just feel a lot better. So let me show you the final result. Okay. So we have our first cabinet in here. You can really just see everything. It's really easily organized. It's not overstuffed. There's room to grow if necessary. And I can actually ask my children, hey, do you still play with these things? Do you still want to keep them? Should we donate them? You know, I think they've come around to the idea and they're not so scared of it. Because things always just come in and out. Christmas, birthdays, gifts, just, you know. Then we've got all of our puzzles. This is just puzzles and an empty, what was a Lego box. So we've just got everything in there, super easy. And I haven't overstuffed these, so you can actually sort of file folder look at them. Then we have this one. And you know, if I had less space in this, I appreciate how much space I have here. I could probably compress it even more. We have board games. We have games that no longer, in that one, no longer have their boxes. And then we have card games right in there. Easy for them to just like easily get out and find what they're looking for without ransacking the whole place, you know? And then in this last one, more board games and just miscellaneous kind of things. And then I believe I cleared out this whole, oh no, I didn't do this one, whoops. Well, that's Mousetrap. I need to figure out Mousetrap, but there's nothing in there. Mousetrap's taking up a lot of space, but you know, at least it's not overstuffed. That's something else for another day. So I hope you enjoyed coming on this decluttering little journey with me. I feel like the camera, she is so cute. And just appreciating why decluttering is so helpful. I feel so much better that this is all done. It's so nice. I wouldn't care if guests went through or kids that came over to play, they can go through and find things. It'll be life-changing. So if this is something that's interesting to you, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know what videos you want to see me do in the future, and I will see you then. Bye.